This is chapter 9.3 to assist you in doing the work together and application problems. It's a follow-up video to the previous chapter 9.3 when we record payments in the cash journal. What we're going to do here real quick is we're going to take a look at our transactions. As you can see on our first transaction, it says rule page 5 of the cash payments journal using March 27th of the current year. So what we're going to do is we're going to put March 27th of the current year. In this example, since we're going to be starting a new page, which they want us to do, we are going to put carried forward. Okay. As you can see, they've already totaled the numbers. We'll put a check mark over here that basically verifies that these are not going to be posted as totals, and they've not been posted as individual amounts. They're rather totals carried on. So what we're going to do then here is we are going to then obviously begin page 6 of the cash payments journal. In this example, we are looking at looks like March. So we'll do March as our date here. March 30, there we go, March 27, okay, and then this is going to be our brought forward. Okay, our post reference number is going to be a check mark, and all I'm going to do when I bring it forward is I'm going to go 18486.85, 458.56, oops, sorry, needed to click over here, 458.56, 16483. I'm just bringing it right. I'm transferring right from the page 5, bringing it on to page 6. So I'm I'm carrying forward and starting a new journal page. 60. Oops. Okay. So, got my page 6 all set up. Now, if you look at the next set of instructions I'm going to do here, it says Kevin Tomlinson, the custodian of a $200 petty cash account on March 31st, had receipts for the following total payments: supply office of $45.23, supply store for $66.18, and miscellaneous for $49.25. A cash count shows $40.59 in the petty cash box. Prepare the petty cash report. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here. If you notice on here in the assignment, it does have the petty cash report. Okay, let's take a look at our example. So on March 31st, so Kevin Tomlinson, so let's put our date, which is March 31st. Our custodian is Kevin Tomlinson. Okay. Let's take a look at this now. He had receipts for the following payments: supply office $45.23, so we go supply office $45.23. He had supply stores for $66.18. Okay, we do that. He had miscellaneous for $49.25. So I'm sorry, and I should have done this first, and I didn't, and I apologize, but the total fund amount was $200. Okay, we've got that in our directions, which is right up there. Okay, so the total payments in this example is going to be $160.66. Okay, we're going to bring that all the way over here, 160.66. So if we take our total fund, if we take our 200 minus our 160.66, we're going to get our recorded amount on hand. In this case, it'll be 39.34. Our actual amount on hand, as they tell us in the example, is 40.59 right here. A cash count shows 40.59 in the cash petty box. So we're going to put that right there, 40.59. And then now we have to figure out, are we cash short or are we cash over? In this example, we are going to actually be cash over. We have more on hand than what we should. So in this case, we are going to be considered cash over. So we're going to do a parenthesis, $1.25. Okay. So then we'll move that over, the parenthesis $1, oops, the parenthesis $1.25, and now since we're cash over, so we have more in the cash box than what we should. This is a rare problem, but it does happen. So now that we're over, we're going to take the 160.66 and we're going to subtract it, because we don't need to replenish the amount that we're over. We only need to replenish the amount that we need in order to get back to the 200. So in this case, it's going to be 159.41. So we've prepared our cash report. Okay. Now what we need to do, our petty cash report, now what we need to do is we need to record the replenishment of the fund on March 31st with our check C536. So we're going to come up here. So we said, and it was the date again was March 31st. So we're going to do 31. Okay, we're going to list our expenses. In this case, we're going to do supplies office. Okay, and our trend, if you notice that our source document number, okay, is going to be, our check number, I'm sorry, is going to be C536. Okay, and my supplies office, as you can see right down here, is going to be 45.23. My supplies, store is going to be 66.18. My miscellaneous expense is going to be 49.25. So anytime I'm recording any type of an expense, which is what these are, I'm ultimately going to be recording them this way. And these are also assets. I'm recording the purchase of assets up here with the supplies office and supply store, but I'm also recording the expense of the miscellaneous expense. Then finally, what I'm going to do, since I've recorded everything down here in my fund total, I need to put my cash short and over. So I want to use cash short and over. In this case, I was cash over, so cash over is going to actually be a credit of $1.25. Okay, now this is all fine and dandy, but remember we're using our cash payments journal, so we need to write the amount. What was the total amount that we needed to replenish? Well, the total amount that we needed to replenish in this example is the 159.41. So that is going to be the amount of the cash that we are ultimately going to pay over here. So we pay cash 159.41. That's the amount of check that's the size of the check that we're going to write. That's ultimately going to what we're going to pay to replenish the petty cash to get it back up to $200 because of the miscellaneous things that we purchased with that. Then you would continue on, obviously, and you would total this, and then you would prove and rule down here, which we've done in previous lessons, and I'm not going to do again, but the information will come from there. Hope this helps, and best of luck.